also known as or Deep Films, has attempted to rip off my original product, the Everyday LUT. How do I know this? Well, let's compare store pages, which were created roughly 2 years apart. They both start out defining the problem before noting exactly how, quote, the Everyday LUT solves it. In fact, the page structures are so similar, I had to remind myself which one I was looking at when making this video. In multiple instances, he actually doubles down and copies my original language verbatim. It delivers crisp, mid-tone contrast, warm, soft highlights, and accurate skin tones. Does it, Wow, sounds like a pretty great product. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. From him claiming he's been, quote, refining this LUT for almost 2 years, to Andrea noting that in many cases, this LUT is one and done, but it can also serve as a base for further creative grading. And you know what, Andrea? I might not even have been aware of the blatant cloning of my store page if you didn't so directly rip off my exact video structure to promote your, quote, my Everyday LUT, or as you then more unapologetically call it, the Everyday LUT.
This is how I color grade almost every video I make.
This is how I color grade nearly every piece of video content I make.
The first step is applying the correct slog3 to Rec 709 conversion LUT.
First, I apply the correct log to Rec 709 conversion LUT.
If the white balance or exposure needs some fixing, I always adjust that before the conversion.
If I notice the white balance or exposure needs correcting, I make that change upstream or before the conversion LUT.
Then I drop my Everyday LUT on top, and in most cases the image is already where I want it. Sometimes I will fine-tune saturation.
Then I drop my custom Everyday LUT right on top of it, and usually that's it. If I want to tweak the overall saturation, I'll usually do that in my correction tab.
So Andrea, why didn't I reach out to you privately? I may have been able to convince you to change your product title and reimagine your store page. Honestly, each time you made the decision to take from me what I worked so hard to create from my own mind and my own experience, you lost more and more opportunity for redemption. At the point you were quite literally copying and pasting my words and my story as your own, you completely lost any attempts from me to shield you from the reality of your poor decisions. So instead, I'm showing the people what you chose to show them. And unfortunately, this world is full of people making a living by fooling others, shamelessly riding the waves other people create while sacrificing their own integrity along the way. In fact, this is not the first time my products have been ripped off. And for me, it's frustrating. But for people looking to genuinely improve their workflows, this only creates confusion and mistrust in creator-made assets. Finally, a message to all creators. Guys and girls, inspiration is one thing, but copying is a whole different beast. In our space, our work and our ideas are already threatened by algorithms and generative AI, so the last we should expect from one another is fraud, deceit, and theft. As always, for anybody looking for the original, undisputed, Everyday LUT,